I watch it all the time. I love watching the OTB shows with the personalities, and then I watch when I'm at home. I've got it on watching the races, and it's great now that they've got the replay of it live. You know, like 2 or 3 minutes after post. So, you know, they flip it off in 2 minutes. I'm gonna get to see the live race. So, I always take my program home with me, and if I'm not back at the barn, I'm watching it at home.
Welcome to Horses and Courses. I'm Jean Wood. After a very busy show last week, a little bit lighter on the racing action this week. Nonetheless, some terrific stakes all around the country, and we are going to start in the Mid-Atlantic with the Hilltop Stakes. The Hilltop Breeders' Cup Stakes, $85,000 for 3-year-old fillies on the turf at Pimlico. Let's head to Pimlico and the Hilltop.
They're off in the Hilltop Breeders' Cup Stakes. Clean break. Saoirse Cat, the favorite, was away well. Art Show, Miss Savannah Rose from the outside, Keep On Talking, followed by Ebony Rose, and It's Just a Dream at the back. On toward the line the first time, there is Saoirse Cat and Miss Savannah Rose, the favorite in the long shot, hooking up, but Saoirse Cat reserved by Dominguez, just in front by a neck into the first turn. For Miss Savannah Rose, Keep On Talking. Now to the inside, up closer in third. Fourth to the outside is Art Show, then Ebony Rose with 1 horse beaten. It's Just a Dream trailing the field. Only 7 lengths from first to last. On the good going, it's Saoirse Cat, Miss Savannah Rose, Keep On Talking, rating along the third spot. Art Show's kept close on the outside in the clear. Another length and a half to Ebony Rose, and It's Just a Dream trailing the field. Not much change in the order with just about 5/8 of a mile left to go. Saoirse Cat, Miss Savannah Rose, the long shot, pushing on that favorite. Keep On Talking is in tight at the fence, followed by Art Show, and now Ebony Rose is in the clear, trying to rally up there 3 wide, and It's Just a Dream is last, but still has a shot. Compact bunch, 4.5 to 5 lengths from first to last, as Saoirse Cat slowed down the second quarter. Now they're going to quicken up here. Miss Savannah Rose up on the outside, Saoirse Cat and Miss Savannah Rose. Now Ebony Rose is third, and on the fence is Keep On Talking in fourth, and Art Show is in fifth. It's Just a Dream bottled up in behind horses and going to have to swing wide into the stretch. They turn for home with Saoirse Cat now put to pressure to quicken up. Saoirse Cat left-handed whip on the outside. Here's Ebony Rose, and Ebony Rose is quickening up. Miss Savannah Rose, Keep On Talking as the fence run. It's Just a Dream on the far outside. Ebony Rose, It's Just a Dream from last, making a move toward the center of the course. The outside, it's Just a Dream and Ebony Rose. Ebony Rose, Chris DiCarlo looking for the line. It's Just a Dream on the outside. In third is Art Show. They're coming to the line. It's Ebony Rose and Chris DiCarlo taking the Hilltop Breeders' Cup. It's Just a Dream rallies from last to second. Art Show is third.
Ebony Rose getting the victory under Chris DiCarlo by 1.25 lengths in a stalking trip, a perfect stalking trip over a yielding surface. Obviously, she took nicely to it. It's Just a Dream, a solid effort from off the pace, and the third spot going to Art Show, who also rallied. The top 3 finishers all were in the final portion of the short 6-horse field in the beginning of the race. Obviously, this yielding surface not that kind to horses running on the front end. Ebony Rose, a dark Bayer Brown filly, a daughter of Bernstein from Pretty as a Rose from Affirmed, was bred in Kentucky by Douglas Arnold and is owned by Anchor Equine and Jean Mello. Trained by Todd Pletcher, ridden to victory by Chris DiCarlo, Ebony Rose covers the mile and a 16th on that yielding surface in 1:49 and 3. We're going to remain in the Mid-Atlantic and head to Delaware Park in the Polly's Jet. This is for 3-year-old fillies going a flat mile. Let's head down to Delaware in the Polly's Jet.
We're set. And they're off. Nancy Creek gets away well, but quickly taken in hand. Nancy Creek doesn't really want that lead, but we've got other ones who do. And speeding up for the lead down toward the inside. Quickly, there goes Giovanna Gold to the front. Giovanna Gold comes out on top as they race around the bend. Up on the outside, Quell Surprise second. On the far outside of Manditude, saving ground down toward the inside, finding that real nicely, was Stylish Yankee as they make their way around the bend. On the front end, Giovanna Gold cuts the opening quarter in a rather moderate 24 and 3 for this group, so an easy quarter for the leader, Giovanna Gold. Quell Surprise second. Up on the outside, that's Amanditude, followed by, in between horses, Tazilia. Nancy Creek is right there. Up there, 3 wide, Julie B. Down toward the inside, Stylish Yankee. And your trailer is Gold Stones. Well, compact group there with just under a half mile to go now. Opening half in 49 seconds flat. So very easy fractions for Giovanna Gold on the front end. Quell Surprise is right there, followed by Amanditude. Stylish Yankee down toward the inside. Nancy Creek, Tazalia between horses. Julie B and Goldstone continue the trail, wide open as they make their way around the bend. Giovanna Gold is given away. There goes Amanditude to the front now. Nancy Creek is on the move between horses, up on the outside, trying to kick it in. Julie B down toward the inside. It's Quell Surprise as they head for home with Amanditude to catch. The 6 goes in 1:13-4. Amanditude opens up 3 lengths on the field. On the inside, Nancy Creek with Julie B, then Tazalia with a 16th to go. It's all Amanditude. Amanditude in front by 4 lengths. It's Amanditude and Stuart Elliott to win this one by about 5. Julie B getting second. Nancy Creek third. Tazalia fourth.
Amanditude picking up the victory. A nice effort for this one, close to the pace every step of the way, made a solid bid near the top of the stretch to kick clear by about 2 1/4 lengths. She had 3 3/4 on her rivals at the finish line. Julie B picking up the second spot from off the pace as the favored Nancy Creek completes the order of the top 3 with a little bit of a short move. Not a bad effort, but obviously came up a little bit less than she needed. The winner, Amanditude, is a Bay filly, a daughter of Aptitude from Heavenliness by Lord Avey. Bred in Kentucky by Dreamfields Incorporated and Don Brady, she is owned by CJZ Racing and trained by Tim Ritchie, ridden to victory by Stu Elliott. Amanditude covers the mile at Delaware Park in 1:37-4. Remaining in the Mid-Atlantic and heading to New Jersey, we've got a pair of stakes races, beginning with the Red Cross Stakes on Saturday at Monmouth Park. This is a $60,000 event for 3-year-olds and up, fillies and mares. Let's head to Monmouth and the Red Cross.
Racing in the Red Cross. Whoops and Daisy is out fast. Vibrant on the outside, away from the gate quickly. In contrast, will sit off the pace, a 1.5 behind. On the far outside, it's Summer Sting. Down toward the rail, career-oriented. Chino Doro is 6 lengths off the lead. Up the backstretch, and Vibrant now gets away to a 1.5 advantage. Contrast on the outside is second. The first quarter, 22 1/5 seconds. On the far outside, there goes Summer Sting quickly, gaining ground, moving 3 wide and 2.5 lengths farther back to Career-Oriented, who's back in 4th and under a lot of pressure. Dropping back is Whoops-a-Daisy. Chino Doro is the trailer as they come to the top of the stretch. Contrast between horses. Summer Sting on the outside. At the rail, it's Vibrant. 3 of them across the track. 4 clear of Career-Oriented. A 45 3/2 at the 8th pole. It's Contrast and Summer Sting. Contrast on the inside. Summer Sting trying to match strides with her to the wire, but Contrast has it. And Contrast wins the Red Cross under Eddie Castro by a 1.5 lengths. Summer Sting second. Career-Oriented was third.
Contrast picking up a nice victory for this filly, beautifully bred filly who's had some stops and starts in her career, but shows her usual good speed to win by a 1 3/4 is the even money favorite after being jostled a bit at the start over Summer Sting, who ran well from just off the pace, Career-Oriented, completing the order of the top 3. Contrast is a 4-year-old bay filly, a daughter of Unbridled from Champion, safely kept by Horatius. She was bred in Kentucky by the JFB stable and is owned by the breeder, trained by Alan Goldberg and ridden to victory by Eddie Castro. Contrast covers the 5.5 furlongs at Monmouth in 1:04-2. More sprinters at Monmouth on Sunday in the Decathlon Stakes, $60,000. Older horses going 5 furlongs. Let's head back to Sunday's running of the Decathlon.
Racing in the Decathlon Stakes. Terrific Challenge took a bit of a bobble coming out of there, and right alongside are More Smoke and Slam Bammy. These 3 out the best. Brucker's Brother and Lively Up Yourself will be in the back early. Up the backstretch, and More Smoke and Chuck Lopez have made the front. 3/4 of a length over Slam Bammy in second. And then it's Terrific Challenge third to the inside. Right to the outside, it's Brucker's Brother and Lively Up Yourself trails. 22 4 the quarter. Not all that fast at all for these 2 speedballs. Slam Bammy and More Smoke, and they're right together. And now Terrific Challenge has been taken off the rail for a clear path. Lively Up Yourself has gone by Brucker's Brother. They're at the top of the stretch, and it's Slam Bammy. Terrific Challenge to the outside. Down toward the rail, More Smoke is back into 4th. It's Slam Bammy. Chavez trying to keep the lead. Bravo and Terrific Challenge trying to catch him. Slam Bammy. Terrific Challenge on the outside's not going to get him. And Slam Bammy wins the Decathlon. Terrific Challenge has to settle for second, and Lively Up Yourself was third.
Slam Bammy, a nice effort on the pace every step of the way, contesting early, able to put away a couple of rivals and just held off. Terrific challenge by 3/4 of a length as Late Charger Lively Up Yourself rallies from far back after being shuffled back early to finish third. The winner, Slam Bammy, is a chestnut gelded son of Grand Slam from Miss Heidi by Nureyev. Bred in Ontario by Ralph Bodine and owned by Peter Congelosi, trained by Joe Orsino and ridden to victory by Jorge Chavez. Slam Bammy covers the 5 furlongs at Monmouth in 58 seconds flat. We're going to head to Churchill Downs, which had a much quieter weekend this weekend than the last. We're going to take a look now at 3-year-old fillies in the Open Mind, $100,000 sprint on the grass. Let's head to Churchill, the running of the Open Mind.
Off and running in the Open Mind. Awkward start for number 10, Handle Woman, last early. More Than Pretty rockets out from the inside to take the lead from Country Diva's second. Dirty Rush is moving fast on the outside in third. Serena's Cat, the favorite, at close up fourth. High Heritage a length off the pace, racing in fifth. Brat Stable Star, Fast Deal next by 3, followed by Dramatic Style. Then it's Handle Woman and Brilliant Star at the back of the pack, quarter 21 and 3. Around the far turn, Dirty Rush, 3 parts of a length in front. Country Diva next by 3 more to Serena's Cat in third. High Heritage up the inside fourth. Brat Stable Star looping up 3 wide. And More Than Pretty in the stretch drive. Dirty Rush in front by a length and a half. Country Diva second. High Heritage coming on. Serena's Cat between fillies. Brat Stable Star. More Than Pretty coming again. Handle Woman running big on the far outside. Wide open. Dirty Rush a short lead. More Than Pretty surging. More Than Pretty takes the lead late. More Than Pretty and Calvin Burrell to win the Open Mind. Handle Woman ran big to be second, and then it was close for third between Brat Stable Star and Brilliant Star.
More Than Pretty, yet another Turf Stakes performance, winning performance by an offspring of More Than Ready, who's turning out to be a terrific turf stallion, particularly with a lot more turf sprints being carded. More Than Pretty rallied into a quick pace to win by a length over Handle Woman, who had her nose on the wire just in front of Brat's Stable Star. The winner, More Than Pretty, is a dark bay or brown daughter of More Than Ready from Pretty Olivia by Forest Wildcat, bred in Kentucky by Stacy LaPala and Aaron Yagoda, owned by Naveed Chauhan and trained by Bernie Flint, ridden to victory by Cal Burrell. More Than Pretty covers the 5 furlongs on the Churchill turf, labeled good, in 57 seconds flat. We're going to pause now for a brief message. When we return, we'll be heading to the Midwest and the West Coast. Please stay with us. Welcome back to Horses and Courses. We're going to continue now in the Midwest. We're going to stop at Texas at Lone Star Park for the Walmack Lone Star Derby. This is a grade 3 for the 3-year-olds at 1 1/16. Let's head to Texas and the Lone Star Derby.
They're off in the 10th Walmack Lone Star Derby. Wait in line broke on top. Rain on Monday. Want to run around the inside. These 3 in a line. Length and a half back to Admiral's Arch, taking back in 4th. Red Raymond is second last, and at the back of the pack, Mr. Pursuit stays off the rail. He's about 5 lengths off the lead. They race on to the first turn at a very leisurely pace visually. It's Rain on Monday, one off the inside. Wanna Runner is well restrained by Victor Espinosa right down at the rail, just a neck behind the leader. A length and a half back to Wait in Line Racing in third. That opening quarter was 23-1. Down inside, we have Admiral's Arch close up. He's inside, gathered up, only 2 lengths off the lead. They race in 3 pairs. At the back is Mr. Pursuit and Red Raymond, but they're all staying together with 5/8 to go, 3 lengths from front to back. Down the backstretch in the Womack Lone Star Derby. And now Wanna Runner lets out a notch on the inside. He goes eyeball to eyeball with Rain on Monday past the half-mile pole. Wait in Line is creeping up on their outside third to make it 3. Admiral's Arch going to try to get off the rail here. He's behind those top 3, trying to angle out now. Mr. Pursuit is second last and coming under a ride. And also Red Raymond pushed along at the back, now 5 off the lead. They raced past the 5/16, and Wanna Runner on the inside appears to be just cruising. Wanna Runner has asserted himself. Now he's in front. Wait in Line is second. Admiral's Arch on the outside third. Rain on Monday has conceded. At the top of the stretch, now Victor Espinosa sets down Wanna Runner, and Wanna Runner kicks on gamely, and this deal is over. It is Wanna Runner now drawing away. Wait in Line is second, and Admiral's Arch is third, but to the final 16th, Wanna Runner ships into Texas, whips up on him, takes names, and he's on his way to the Queen's Plate. Victor Espinosa and Wanna Runner, sparkling winners of the 10th Womack Lone Star Derby. Then Wait in Line, Admiral's Arch, Mr. Pursuit, far back to Rain on Monday, and Red Raymond.
Wanna Runner, very impressive. This guy has picked up a lot of money by avoiding running against the biggest guns in the 3-year-old division. Won at Sunland with a $600,000 purse earlier this year. Now gets the lion's share of a $300,000 purse by 5 1/4 lengths as the heavy odds-on choice from Longshot. Wait in Line with Admiral's Arch back in the 3rd spot. Very disappointing in this field was Red Raymond, the stablemate of Lawyer Ron from the Holthus operation. Quite disappointing, getting a little bit of class relief. I think a lot of people expected a little bit better from him, but hopefully he will rebound off of this one. Wanna Runner is a 3-year-old chestnut gelding, a son of El Corridor from Shabanda by Mount Magazine, bred in Ontario and owned by Yvonne Schwab, owned by Michael Pegram, trained by Bob Baffert. Does look like this guy, Ontario bred, is probably heading for the Queen's Plate later on this spring. Meanwhile, picking up yet another big purse in the States under Victor Espinosa. Wanna Runner completes the mile in a 16th in the Lone Star Derby in 1:43.3. We're going to head out to the West Coast now. Trio of stakes races on Saturday at Hollywood Park, beginning with the Mervyn Leroy for older horses at a mile and a 16th. Grade 2 company. Let's head to California and the Mervyn Leroy.
They're off. Surf Cat broke a stride slow. Keep on Punching and Spellbinders show speed. Surf Cat will have to sit in behind them. To the outside goes Gallardo, just inside of him Dixie Meister, and Surf Cat is last at the clubhouse turn. Keep on Punching and Spellbinders set the pace jointly to the backstretch. Spellbinders at the rail. Keep on Punching just outside. Dixie Meister tracks in third, and he's a smart third at that, in the white blinkers and 2 from the front. Gallardo's a length behind Dixie Meister. Surf Cat's at the back of the pack, 5th and last as they turn into the backstretch, 6 lengths from the front. In the 27th Mervyn Leroy handicap, and Spellbinder is doing it well. It is Spellbinder and Martin Pedroza a half length in front of Keep on Punching in second. Here's Dixie Meister, a closer third now. He's 2 from the front. Gallardo races in 4th. He's got 3.5 lengths to make up, and Surf Cat is pushed along by Alex Solis at the back of the pack. Still 5th, and now 7 lengths behind as they go into the far turn. Spellbinder and Keep on Punching still 1-2. Spellbinder's a neck in front. Keep on Punching turns up the pressure in second. Dixie Meister in striking position if he's good enough, 2 from the front. Surf Cat begins to move through at the rail, and here comes Surf Cat about to get up into third, and look at this turn of speed from Surf Cat as he has run up into third and could challenge for the lead by the time they get to the top of the stretch. Look at Surf Cat run by them all. Here is Surf Cat off the top of the turn, and he leads by 2 lengths. Spellbinder and Keep on Punching just watch this superstar race away. Wow, Surf Cat's 5 in front. Spellbinder is second. Keep on Punching third. Cowabunga, dude! Surf Cat, yes! Wow, this is a good horse. Surf Cat won 3.5. Spellbinder second. Dixie Meister third. Keep on Punching fourth.
Surf Cat, after dropping back to sprints for his last couple of races, stretching back out and is absolutely dominant here in a common canter, as it were, just blowing by horses in the final furlong or two here and getting the job done by 3.5 official lengths over Spellbinder, who has improved his game considerably over the last couple of months. Dixie Meister back in the third spot. You may remember Surf Cat from his very good 3-year-old season when he did finally have a bit of a stopping point when stretched to 1.25 miles against older horses in the Pacific Classic. But apart from that, he has been all but perfect throughout his career. Surf Cat is a 4-year-old dark bay or brown colt, a son of Sir Cat from Trust Greta by Centrust, bred in Kentucky by William Taylor Nichols and Gainesway Farm, owned by Asa Headley and Marcia Nafee, trained by Bruce Headley and ridden to victory by Alex Solis. Surf Cat runs the mile in a 16th at Hollywood in 1:40 3/5. We're going to head back to Hollywood now in the Grade 2 Jim Murray Memorial for older horses going long on the grass. Let's head back to California and join the Jim Murray in progress.
They turn into the stretch for the first time, and Brecon Beacon and Gray Swallow broke 1-2, and they're in that position as they pass the stands for the first time. Brecon Beacon, 3/4 of a length. Gray Swallow just waiting and wanting to do more for Alex Solis. He tracks in second, 3/4 of a length off the lead with 1 lap to run. One off is in good striking position. He's third and 2 lengths from the front. Golden Rahi's 2.5 behind him. That puts him 4.5 from the front. And Runaway Dancer will have to close into easy fractions and pass them all as they head into the clubhouse turn in the 17th. Jim Murray Memorial Handicap, and it is still Brecon Beacon and Gray Swallow 1-2. Patrick Valenzuela and Brecon Beacon lead 3/4 of a length with Gray Swallow in second, and those two have slowed it right down to the backstretch. Brecon Beacon leads by a 1/2 length. Gray Swallow is still second. He is 2.5 lengths now in front of One Off and Golden Rahi, who has moved through at the rail. Runaway Dancer is still 5th and last, and they head up the backstretch. 5 furlongs left to run. Brecon Beacon is asked to quicken just a bit because Gray Swallow was pushed along just a bit by Alex Solis, so Brecon Beacon maintains his lead. He's a neck in front. Gray Swallow is now turning up the pressure on Brecon Beacon. They're at the 1/2-mile pole. One Off is in good striking position. If he's good enough to do it, only a 1.5 lengths off the lead. Golden Rahi and Runaway Dancer at the back of the pack, and they leave the back stretch. Brecon Beacon, Gray Swallow, and One Off 3 wide. Brecon Beacon is still there, and he's a neck in front and less than 3 furlongs from the wire. Gray Swallow is alongside in second. One Off just backed out of it. He has been passed by both Runaway Dancer and Golden Rahi, and they run to the top of the stretch. Brecon Beacon, Gray Swallow now right alongside, and we have a new leader. It is Gray Swallow, and look at him strut his stuff. Gray Swallow with a big turn of foot has suddenly taken charge. Runaway Dancer is running up. Brecon Beacon is still holding second, but Gray Swallow levels out, runs away, and wins. The 17th Jim Murray Memorial goes to Gray Swallow, and he won by 6.5 lengths. Brecon Beacon, great second, close for third, Golden Rahi and Runaway Dancer.
Gray Swallow, who has yet to lose in his seasonal debut throughout the course of a very successful career, returns once again victorious in his seasonal debut, this time by 5, with a solid bid from just off the pace setter Brecon Beacon, who did hold on for second. Runaway Dancer completing the order of the top 3. The winner, Gray Swallow. A Greyer-Roan son of Daylami from Style of Life by the Minstrel, was bred in Ireland by Mrs. C.L. Weld and is owned by Vega and Weld, trained by Dermot Weld, and ridden to victory by Alex Solis. Gray Swallow completes the 1.5 miles on the turf at Hollywood in 2:27 We're going to head back to the sprint division now and the Los Angeles Handicap for older sprinters, Grade 3 company, $100,000. Let's head back to Hollywood and the Los Angeles Handicap.
They're up. Pro Runner wins the break, goes for the front. Are You Talking to Me and Secret Ridge away second and third. Thunder Touch attends the pace. Pure as Gold is next, then Cigar Pal and Oceanus, and the trailer is Siren Lure. Are You Talking to Me confronts Pro Runner up the backstretch and takes over the lead. Are You Talking to Me at the rail, Pro Runner just outside. Thunder Touch, Secret Ridge, who climbs into the dirt, and Pure as Gold make up the second flight, all 2 from the front. Cigar Pal has 7 lengths to make up. Siren Lure is 9 from the front. Oceanus trails as they leave the backstretch. In the Los Angeles Handicap, and Pro Runner is back in front. Pro Runner's a neck in front of Are You Talking to Me in second. Secret Ridge set down by Garcia. Thunder Touch runs runs up 3 wide. Pure as Gold is in behind horses. He's only 2 from the front, though. Then comes Siren Lure, who moves up at the rail, and they run to the top of the stretch. Pro Runners back in front from Are You Talking to Me in second. Pure as Gold is third. Siren Lure from the back of the pack in Secret Ridge. Any one of 4 can win. Siren Lure splits horses, and here he comes. Pro Runner, Are You Talking to Me? You better take a look at Siren Lure, who runs to the lead and wins. Siren Lure won by a length. Are You Talking to Me? Second. Pro Runner third. Pure as Gold finished fourth.
Siren Lure picking up the pieces in full field here from rallying from well off the pace. The California Sprint Division was lightened up a little bit this year when several of the major horses in the division went to Dubai, and most of them have not yet run back, and as a result there is fairly wide open and contentious fields in the California Sprints. Siren Lure taking advantage to win by a length at 5-1 over Are You Talking to Me, the 2-1 choice in the field. Pro Runner, the early pace setter, holds on for third at 28-1. The winner, Siren Lure, is a bay gelding, a son of Joyeux Danseur from Cantamar by Gulch. Bred in Kentucky by the Desperado stable and owned by Stuart Kesselman, Tony and Marilyn Melkonian, and trained by Art Sherman, ridden to victory by Alex Solis, who swept the stakes card on Saturday at Hollywood Park. Los Angeles handicap winner, Siren Lure, covers the 6 furlongs at Hollywood in 108 and 2. One further stake from Hollywood Park this weekend, the Aladar on Sunday, 1 1/8 for 3-year-olds for $65,000. Let's head back to California, the running of the Aladar.
They're up. Awkward start for Nico Bay. Blazing Sunset is hard sent for the front, and Blazing Sunset will set the pace from Greedy Way in second. 3 points is a close third. Papanoni comes away running in fourth, then Valid Meki, and the slow start has Nico Bay at the back of the pack. Blazing Sunset will set the pace to the backstretch from Greedy Way, who sits second today. Blazing Sunset rides the rail to the backside and leads by a length and 3/4. Greedy Way is second by a tight length from 3 points, who's 3 deep to the backstretch and now closer in third. And here's Greedy Way within 3/4 of a length of the lead. Papanoni races in fourth, and he's tucked in at the rail and about 3.5 from the front. Valid Meki has 7 lengths to make up, and now he's a length in front of Nico Bay as they head up the backstretch in the third. Alidar Stakes, and Blazing Sunset is the leader. 5 furlongs from the wire. Blazing Sunset is 2 lengths in front of Greedy Way in second. 3 points races third. He's 3 lengths off the lead. Papanoni's just inside of him. Valid Meki and Nico Bay are now together. They're at the back of the pack, and they are 5 lengths from the front. Nico Bay just took 5th as Valid Meki's outside of him, 6th and last now, and they leave the back stretch. Blazing Sunset continues to lead. He's a length and a half in front of Greedy Way in second. Nico Bay is going to make it all the way up into third, and he rides the rail within 3.5 of the front. Papanoni in 3 points back out of it. Valid Meki is the trailer at the top of the stretch, and Blazing Sunset is the leader, and he is running a very big race. Blazing Sunset gets away and leads by 4 lengths from Greedy Way in second. Nico Bay could take second soon, but he would have to fly to catch the leader inside the final furlong, and that's Blazing Sunset. Blazing Sunset is 3.5 in front. Nico Bay runs a big one. Blazing Sunset, Nico Bay closing, but running out of ground, and Blazing Sunset is going to win the Alidar. Blazing Sunset in front. Blazing Sunset won by a length and a half. Nico Bay was second, Greedy Way third, and Papanoni finished fourth.
Blazing Sunset, and Tyler Bay is picking up a front-running victory here by a length and 3/4 at 10-1 over the favored Neko Bay, who rallied from a bobbling start to finish in the second spot. Greedy Way, a nice effort tracking the pace, but after doing all the chasing, he faded to finish third. The winner, Blazing Sunset, is a 3-year-old bay son of Talk is Money from Chantilly Green by Halo. Bred in Kentucky by Ropara and owned by Claimbox.com and WC Racing, trained by Doug O'Neill and ridden to victory by Tyler Bays. Blazing Sunset covers the 1 1/8 of the Aladar at Hollywood in 149 flat. We are going to pause now for one more brief message. When we return, we'll be heading home to Belmont Park for some stakes racing action, also taking a look back at some overseas stakes as well. Please stay with us. Welcome back to Horses and Courses. We're going to continue now in New York, beginning on Saturday when they ran the Grade 3 Bold Ruler for older sprinters. Let's head down to New York and the running of the Bold Ruler.
And they're off. Papua Bishop Court Hill is gunned to the lead from the inside, and Tiger, and it's Bishop Court Hill racing to the front, streaking away to lead by 2 lengths. Very aggressively ridden Bishop Court Hill, and Tiger is second by another 3. Pisgah third down toward the inside. Papua's fourth in between horses, and Dark Cheetah. Bishop Court Hill, here's the quarter, 21-2. A vicious first quarter by Bishop Court Hill, who's out there winging on the far turn. The lead is almost 3 lengths. Tiger second on the outside as Pisgah advances on the rail. 4 lengths back to Dark Cheetah. Papua's the trailer. It's still Bishop Court Hill the leader. Tiger targets him on the outside. The field comes off the turn. After a half in 44 seconds flat, Bishop Court Hill has been collared by Tiger. And Tiger's in front. Tiger is the leader coming inside the final furlong. Bishop Court Hill is second. And moving late, Dark Cheetah. But they're coming down to the finish. And Tiger takes it. Tiger wins by 3.5 on the line. Dark Cheetah second, Bishop Court Hill third in 1:08.2.
Tiger picking up his first stakes victory, first graded stakes win, obviously, as the favorite by 3.5 official lengths from just off the pace, rating up close outside of horses, while well in hand by Ibarcoa, pouncing, as it were, to victory over Dark Cheetah, with Bishop Court Hill back in the third spot off of a nice victory last time out in a fairly weak running of the Grade 1 Carter. Bishop Court Hill moves into Grade 3 company, sets the pace, and fades to finish third. The winner, Tiger, is a chestnut gelding, a son of Storm Boot from It's Time to Celebrate by Timeless Native, bred in Kentucky by William Landis III and owned by Susan and John Moore, trained by Jimmy Jerkins, ridden to victory by Ibarcoa. Tiger covers the 6 furlongs at Belmont in 1:08.2. We're going to head back to Belmont in Sunday's running of the Kingston for older New York-bred turfers, a division that usually draws full fields and usually ends up with some pretty exciting races. $100,000, a mile and an eighth on the turf. Let's head down to New York in the Kingston.
And they're off. And Unnerving is sent to the front in Retribution with his early speed. Chestertown Slew third on the outside. And it's Unnerving over to the hedge and with the lead. Retribution is second. Foreverness in between horses races in third. No Parole getting buffeted about in between horses. Now moves to third. Chestertown Slew now up into third. And No Parole on the inside is fourth. Certifiably Crazy is fifth. Foreverness sixth. Caramon is seventh. Dave is eighth. Golden Commander is ninth. Irving's Doers is 10th. Papada is muzzled at the back of the pack up the backstretch. Unnerving and Retribution going at each other here through a quarter that goes in 23 3/5 seconds. Hovering just outside them is Chestertown Slew. No Parole on the inside is in fourth. Certifiably Crazy in the clear, 3 wide fifth. Foreverness is sixth, about 5 lengths from the lead. Then it's Dave, followed by Golden Commander, Caramon toward the inside, Irving's Doers, and Papada. It was a head-to-head half mile of 47 2/5 seconds between Retribution and Unnerving, and they're still at each other into the far turn. Chestertown Slew remains just to their outside in third. No Parole in behind the lead fourth. Certifiably Crazy advancing toward the leaders on the far outside. Foreverness is a strong sixth, only 3 lengths from the front. Down toward the inside, Golden Commander still in with a chance. And then it's Dave, and it's wide open as the field turns for home. Here comes Chestertown Slew now, right up to the neck of Retribution. In between horses, Unnerving is coming on through, and down toward the inside, Golden Commander. And on the far outside, Dave is kicking in late into the last furlong. Golden Commander up the fence. Dave on the far outside. Dave, Golden Commander, those two dueling down to the line. Papada coming from last under the line. Dave did it. It's Dave by a length. Golden Commander second, Papada and Foreverness.
Dave picking up the victory. His seasonal debut was a little disappointing. He was beaten only in nose, but his fans locally were probably a little disappointed by that performance. But here he rebounds with a nice effort at 5-1 to win by a length over the favored multiple stakes performer Golden Commander, who rallied nicely from off the pace to finish second as the favorite. 10-1 shot, Papa Da finishing in the 3rd spot, and he had also run a couple of good races already this season on the New York turf circuit. So all 3 of them pretty solid campaigners. A little disappointing in the field was Certifiably Crazy, showed good speed at 6-1, but he was very, very wide. I wouldn't be at all surprised to see him rebound and run much better next time out. The winner, Dave, is a bay gelding, a son of Enswell from Commodore's Gold by Commodore C, bred in New York by the late Joe Garrity, now owned by 3 Colleen's stable and trained by Barclay Tagg, ridden to victory by Javier Castellano. Dave covers the 1 1/8 on the Belmont Turf Course in 1 minute 49 seconds flat. We're going to head overseas now for a trio of stakes races that were run last weekend, Kentucky Derby weekend here in the United States. Because of the busyness of last week's program, we didn't get a chance to add them in. We're going to head back to Newmarket and beginning with the 2,000 guineas, $600,000, the first of the British Classics. Let's head to Newmarket and last weekend's running of the 2,000 guineas.
They're off, racing for the Stan James 2,000 guineas. They get away to a very good break. So Percy, one of the first to show. Killybegs and Close to You have got good starts. That also Olympian Odyssey towards the Stan's side. And Olympian Odyssey goes on to take them along to Killybegs, Close to You. Red Clubs and Sir Percy are prominent. Then Frost Giant. Horatio Nelson and Amadeus Wolf the far side from Asset under restraint. And then comes George Washington, who runs freely from Arafa. Opera Cape behind this. Then comes Miss You Bond as they head through the first couple of furlongs. Olympian Odyssey settles down in front to the yellow and white jacket of Killybegs. On the extreme far side is Amadeus Wolf in company there with Horatio Nelson, Close to You, and behind this Sir Percy in Red Clubs towards the stand side from Arafa. Then Final Verse and George Washington, Frost Giant and Opera Cape and Asset and Miss You Bond just ridden along. They've gone past halfway already. Olympian Odyssey shows in front to Close to You and Killybegs, and then Amadeus Wolf on the far side from Horatio Nelson. Sir Percy the stand side from George Washington and Red Clubs and Asset driven along as they head then down to the final 2. Still they've got to get to Olympian Odyssey, who shows in front. George Washington coming with his run in the dark blue jacket now, and he's getting there comfortably. Sir Percy and Red Clubs are next, then Killybegs as they head then down into the dip now. George Washington from Sir Percy and Red Clubs towards the stand side. Then comes Olympian Odyssey, but they're inside the last furlong and George Washington is clearing away from them. Sir Percy towards the stand side is staying on stoutly, but it's George Washington and Kieran Fallon who win the Stan James 2000 to Sir Percy, Olympian Odyssey, Arafa and Miss You Bond.
George Washington picking up the victory. This is a son of Danehill, was a prominent 2-year-old last year. Very impressive under Kieran Fallon to win this one from Sir Percy and Olympian Odyssey. George Washington, of course, getting quite a bit of American press last weekend, as a result of his having been bred by the Layell stable in Kentucky. Of course, the same operation that sent out Barbaro on the same day to win our first classic, the Kentucky Derby. George Washington is a bay 3-year-old son of Danehill from Borgadera by Ali Sheba, bred in Kentucky by Layell Stable and owned by Mrs. Michael Tabor and John Magner, trained by Aidan O'Brien and ridden to victory by Kieran Fallon. We're going to head back to Newmarket the same weekend and take a look at the Grade 2 Jockey Club Stakes for older horses at 1.5 miles. Let's head back to Newmarket, go back a week, and take a look at the Jockey Club Stakes.
They're off. They race over 1.5 miles, and Gulf is noticeably slower than his rivals away from the stalls as Bandari pops out to the lead with the black cap. Kevin Darley sits in front as they head to the turn. On his outside, the blue sleeves is Scirocco, Christophe Soumillon with the white cap, and then comes Self-Defense in the orange jacket, Alan Monroe against the rails and in 3rd position. A light blue jacket of Hard Top then. He was a bit free on the way to post. He's a little bit free in the race as well. With Mick Kinnan, he runs in 4th place. Then comes Frankie Dettori on Enforcer with the red sleeves. 1 length or maybe 1.5 lengths even to Munsef. Richard Hills, the blue and white on the cap, is in 6th place. And then Liam Kennery in the grey jacket on Gulf. Dropped him out from the start and continues to be the back marker of the 7th. Head along towards the final mile now of this StanJamesUK.com Jockey Club Stakes, and it's still Bandari. Sets the gallop by about a length or so to Scirocco, running narrowly in second position, holding that position from self-defense. Then the big white face of Hard Top, who runs in fourth place, settled better in the race now. He's up on the outside of Enforcer, and 1 length behind this pair comes Munsef, who races to the outside of Gulf, who's almost drawn level with him now at the back of the field. As they move on down towards the halfway stage, but still Bandari by about a length and a half to Scirocco in second place. Maybe 3/4 of a length behind him is Self-Defense in third. And comes Hard Top on the outer of Enforcer. They continue to be together in fourth and fifth positions. Munsef is next, and the back marker continues to be on the outside of the field Gulf, as they head then down towards the last half mile with Bandari still in front. Looks like Kevin Dial is just asking him to quicken up a little bit. Scirocco sits in second place still with Christophe Soumillon. Then comes Alan Monroe on Self-Defense, just asking him to keep up with the front two. Mick Kinnan making progress on Hard Top now, almost in third position. Then Frankie Dettori on Enforcer. Richard Hill's pulling Munsef to the outside, and then comes Gulf as they head down past the bushes. And Scirocco has now come to join Bandari in front. Behind him, Enforcer's moved into third. Hard Top is weakening. Munsef coming up on the outside as they head down to the dip now. It is Scirocco in front, being pushed out, leads by a length and a half. Munsef in second place is trying hard to get closer to him. Bandari behind in third place, but it's Scirocco now, 2 or 3 lengths clear with Christophe Soumillon. He's going to win in great style. Scirocco heads up towards the line, not extended to win. Munsef in second place, Bandari was third. A tight thing for fourth between Self-Defense and Enforcer.
Scirocco returning victorious, and his connections have very high hopes for him this season. Trainer Andre Fabre, one of the best in Europe, handles this horse and does think that he has improved considerably back on the racetrack this year, that he is handling his training beautifully and does appear once again to be a likely force in international competition. We saw him last year in the Breeders' Cup Turf, very impressive in his second race back off of a bit of a layoff that afternoon. He had run in the Arc prior to that, and his connections do feel that he is going to be pointed once again for the Arc, and that they expect better things from him this year than last. He picks up the victory at the expense of Munsef and Bandari. Scirocco, ridden to victory by Christophe Soumillon and owned by Baron von Ullmann, is obviously very impressive in victory, and I would imagine we will probably see him back here in the United States again. If not for the Arlington Million, then possibly, once again, a repeat effort in the Breeders' Cup Turf. Scirocco was ridden to victory at Newmarket by Christophe Soumillon. We're going to head back to Newmarket now and take a look at the 1,000 guineas. This is for 3-year-old fillies beginning their classic season. Let's head to Newmarket, the 1,000 guineas.
They're off. They get away from the stalls. Flashy Wings didn't get a particularly good break. Speciosa and Confidential Lady, the first ones to show, and they head towards the stand side. The group of 4 separated. Adonna Blini, Nasige, just in behind those as well. Chunga up there, and towards the back of that group is Spinning Queen. But Speciosa leads towards the stand side, where she's being followed through by Confidential Lady, and Anina runs free. Wake Up Maggie towards the stand side, Flashy Wings with her, and then comes the blue jacket of Silka's Sister, is followed by Rumpelstiltskin, and towards the back of that group is Alexandra Alliance as they head down towards the halfway stage. Donna Blini out on the far side, leading up there to Nasige. Race for the Stars in the pink jacket in behind those, and then comes Spinning Queen towards the stand side group. The light blue jacket of Speciosa from La Chunga, and then Nina and Confidential Lady, and then comes Wake Up Maggie and Silka's Sister. Alexandra Alliance, the back two, Flashy Wings and Rumpelstiltskin as they head then down towards the last 3. Speciosa and Mickey Fender towards the stand side, had the leader Confidential Lady and Nanina. Wake Up Maggie still there, Nasige down the centre, being followed through by La Chunga, and then comes behind this making progress Silka's Sister as they head then down towards the last furlong. Speciosa leading to Confidential Lady with the white cap. Nasige is next. Wake Up Maggie and Silka's Sister, the next couple of runners as they head down towards the last furlong. Speciosa and Mickey Fenton are still in front. This filly is finding plenty in front. Confidential Lady and Nasige are the nearest pursuers, but Speciosa is going to do it for Mickey Fenton and Pam Sly. Speciosa won the Stan James 1,000 guineas to Confidential Lady, Nasige, Silka's Sister and Wake Up Maggie.
Little bit of an upset performance here from Speciosa, who was a fairly nice 2-year-old and developed quite nicely over the course of the winter time. 3-year-old daughter of Danehill Dancer has a nice backstory. She is owned by Pam Sly and trained as well by Pam Sly. She's owned in partnership by the trainer, and it is certainly nice to see a horse coming out of a smaller operation. The trainer has only 13 horses on the flat circuit. She does also have a number in the steeplechase world as well, so very nice to see a little bit of a smaller operation picking up a victory in a major European event such as the 1,000 Guineas. Speciosa picks up the victory at the expense of Confidential Lady and Nashjeed. Speciosa was ridden to victory in the 1,000 Guineas by rider Michael Fenton. That's going to wrap up a busy edition of Horses and Courses. Thank you very much for joining us. We hope you'll be able to join us next week as we take a look at stakes racing action from around the country. Until then, have a great week at the races.